Hello, in this tutorial we will show you how to set up a JESE DMX-TRI USB interface to work with ShowMagic as a DMX output. We will cover how to install the interface on a Windows 7 PC and configure ShowMagic to use the interface. For this tutorial we'll be using ShowMagic SL3 edition version 13, but the process is the same for all version 13 models of ShowMagic. Here you can see the Windows desktop screen on the left, and on the right our DMX interface and a lighting fixture that we will control. We have not yet connected the DMX interface to the light or to the computer, so the first step is to connect it to a spare USB socket on the PC, which we'll do now. We now get a message showing that Windows has detected new hardware and is trying to install it. Windows won't be able to automatically install the drivers needed for our DMX interface, so we'll have to provide them manually. To do this, we need to go to the Device Manager. Go to the Start menu and then select Control Panel. Select System and Security, and then finally click on Device Manager under the System heading. This will open the Device Manager. Here we can see our DMX interface labelled DMX-TRI MK1 and listed under Other Devices, with an icon showing that it's not installed correctly. For the next step you'll need to know the location of the drivers for the DMX interface. If you receive the interface as part of a ShowMagic bundle, then the drivers will be included on the disk with the ShowMagic software. If you bought the interface separately, they should be on the driver disk supplied with the interface. Right, so to install the drivers, we now right-click on DMX-TRI interface in the Device Manager and select Update Driver Software. We then want to select the Browse My Computer for driver software. Now we need to select the location of the drivers. Click on the Browse button and navigate to the folder that contains our drivers. In this case, our drivers are on the CD that came with our ShowMagic bundle. Now we click on OK, then Next. The system is now installing the drivers for our DMX interface, and we should get a message saying that the drivers are successfully updated. Click on Close. Now, back in the Device Manager, we can see our interface listed under Universal Serial Bus Controllers as the USB serial converter. We have now installed our DMX interface on our PC. The next step is to configure ShowMagic to use it. We do this from within the software, so we'll launch ShowMagic now. DMX interfaces are configured using the DMX Settings dialog box, which we access by going to the Options menu, Other Settings, then DMX Settings. ShowMagic allows you to configure up to 4 interfaces to use for DMX output. We'll set up our newly installed JESE interface as Output 1. To do this, click on the drop-down menu for Output 1. ShowMagic supports a wide range of DMX interfaces, which we can see listed. Many of these interfaces use the same drivers, so ShowMagic configures DMX outputs based on the driver type, not the model of the interface. These driver types are the first list of options that we see. However, if you're not sure which driver type to use, ShowMagic also allows you to select by the model of your DMX interface. These are the second list of options, and the software will automatically select the right driver type to use. We'll use the second method now and select by model. So here we can see the JESE DMX-TRI MK1 near the end of the list, and we'll select it. We can now see that Output 1 is set DMX USB Pro, which is the correct driver type for our JESE interface. If we now click on OK, ShowMagic should start using the interface and the TX light on it should light up. We'll now test everything's OK by controlling our light, so we'll power it on now and let it initialize. For ShowMagic to control our light, it needs to be patched. Here we've pre-patched our light, as we'll cover patching fixtures in a separate tutorial. We'll just wait for the light to initialize. Right, the light's now initialized, but since we've not yet connected it to the DMX interface, it's currently doing its own thing in standalone mode. We'll now connect up DMX and we should see it switch from standalone to DMX mode, which it does. Now, if we go to the fixture panel in ShowMagic, we can see that we can control our fixture. So our interface is up and running, and that's the end of this tutorial.